What's happening, boys? We're back. We're back. We're finally back. Feeling good, boys. Feeling good. So, I decided since we haven't done a stream in ages, we might as well jump into another stream because why the fuck not? And actually try to fine tune and pick up new things on the strategy that we're doing just to improve. Because recently, I've been on a little bit of a downfall, a little bit of a losing streak. But you guys have to understand, like, losing is a part of winning. And if you don't look at losing as a lesson, you're never going to get any better. Because you don't get better when you're winning. You get better when you're losing. Because there's lessons in the losses. When you're winning, that's great. You know, that's cool. But you grow significantly, I can't even talk English, but you grow more when you're fucking losing. That's a fact. After every single losing streak I ever had, I always came back and I always won more. And you know, I guess before you become profitable, you really need that last massive losing streak before you take off. And I know that's going to happen. And this is going to be live proof that that's going to happen. So, anyways, we are here in the backtesting session. Let's mark up the chart. So I was actually looking back at my videos about a month ago when I was on a 10-day win streak, and I was going in depth. Fuck, why is my nose so? And I was going in depth on how I was going. Right, my bad, boys. My fucking nose is everywhere. I'm sick, but I'm still here, putting in the mahi. But yeah, I was looking back at my old videos and what I was doing differently, and my stop losses were actually much more tight. But my executions were way better. Very, very good executions. So, we're going to be trying to be a little bit more critical thinking than overthinking. Because that's the two things that people get mixed up all the time. Is critical thinking and overthinking. Now, the reason they get mixed up all the time is because sometimes they can feel the same. One of them is you're thinking of things and you're getting mixed up in your own mind. And the other one is you're actually on point. But it kind of gives the same vibe. But one of them, the critical thinking, has a little bit more of a gut feeling than it does when you're overthinking. When you're overthinking, instead of more of a gut feeling and intuition feeling, you have more of a uncertain feeling. That's how you're feeling, a bit more uncertain. So, in this backtesting session, my goal is to kind of find the difference between that gut feeling and that uncertainty feeling when you start to get that fear of missing out, or you start to think like, oh no, I don't want to miss a trade, and we kind of want to just push that to the side and see what we can really get out of it. So anyway, further ado, let's get right into this. So we're going to come on to a new session. Fuck. Bro, you can get a guy, bro, and he'll fucking work out, run fucking miles, go to the gym, fucking beat himself till he dies, and he'll be all good. And then he gets sick, and then he's fucking dying inside. I don't know why. Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna try to... Bro, my nose is fucking... Okay. I'm going to try to explain everything, right? Because I feel like when I actually explain what I'm thinking and I explain what I'm doing, I get a much better result. Because then when it's in the head, it's like when you're thinking of something, right? When you're thinking of it in your head, it's a little bit everywhere. you can't really keep like tabs very clear in your head, right? So when you write it down, it's clear, it's on paper, you can structure it easier. Same with when I'm talking about it. If it's in my head and I'm thinking about it, then thoughts can just slip away, you know what I mean? So when I talk about it or when I write about it, it's much better. It's much better. So coming into today, we could obviously see, just by looking at the chart, like it's standing out huge, right? We have this massive CME gap, right? Massive CME gap. And as you guys can see, we got traded into a little bit here. So when you have a CME gap, basically what a CME gap is when the market opens the new day CME gap, because market closes for an hour a day, or the weekend, right? So it closes on the weekend. In New Zealand, it closes Saturday morning and it opens up on Tuesday morning. Oh, for New York session, that's when it is, Tuesday morning, but that opens up on Monday, right? Cool. So sometimes the market likes to do these gaps, right? Because why do the gaps happen? Well, when the market's closed, there's still lots of orders coming in and out. So sometimes when the market's closed, people place lots of orders and it'll go a direction up or a direction down, and result, it'll leave these gaps in the market. So when market comes down and starts to fill this more, this area right here, this area is already filled now. So instead of having our CME gap up here, we can have our CME gap here. And for the CME gap, you want to be marking it from the last candle, the wick, to the open or close of the new day opening or the new week opening, right? But for in this case, it came down, it already filled some of the CME gap in, so we can move it down here. Cool. And now, since New York session is opened, we can go to the right and we can see it actually has filled even more of the CME gap. So now the CME gap remains only a little bit left. Cool. Okay, so now we can say, okay, you know, we have a very strong bias to the downside because we have the CME gap here. So let's see if we can find a level possibly that we can play off of. We sort of maybe have a level here. Let's check in the past. Has price been here before? Probably not, because NASDAQ just loves to go fucking up. To be honest, yeah, nah. Yeah, ain't really anything there. So yeah, our best level is probably this, off this high, and then it comes down if we zoom in. Comes up, comes down, tests it, comes down, comes up, tests it, and then reacts off of it twice here. Cool. So now we got our CME gap, and we have our bottom level that we can play off of. When it comes to CME gaps and equal highs and lows, we actually don't need price to break a level or anything like that. We can use it as confirmation, but we can also do something like price, like we have a fair value gap here. Price comes into the fair value gaps, reacts off of it, breaks that point, and then we can just enter for or sell there. Because if it's moving fast and volatile, then we can play our bets and we can put the money where our mouth is, and we can say, okay, I think it's more probable, it's a 70% chance that it's just going to go close the rest of the CME gap, other than, okay, price is just going to go down, come close, and then come back up. Like, no, it's going to close the whole thing. If it's going to be close, it's going to close the whole thing, right? So, bottom level done. CME gap is marked. We do have a couple big fair value gaps here. Let's see if we have a level as well. So, yes, our level is right here. And when you guys are marking the levels, you don't have to be like fucking perfect with the levels. Like, one thing that killed my trading game was trying to be perfect with everything. Bro, you don't have to be perfect with everything. If you be perfect with everything, you are gonna fuck up and go on a losing streak. Trust me, I know, because I did that by fucking experience. Don't try to be perfect. Like, bro, I know I love fine tuning and becoming the best that I possibly can, but some things are just left. Get mastering it at ease first. And if you guys don't know what I mean by mastering at ease first, it's just doing the most you can at a certain level, and then once you have completely mastered it for a long time, which I thought 3 months mastering it was enough, which it wasn't, then you can move on. I think it would be more of a 6 month type of thing. Okay, cool. Anyways, So for this one, we got sorry, I was fucking marking Nasdaq before. I don't know if I was saying US30 or whatever, but over here we got US30. Same. We got the CME gap right here, and I want to show you guys how to actually play into a CME gap. Right. This would be great for my course, to be honest. But I'm dropping it here on YouTube free for you guys. There's nobody in the stream at the moment, but that's all good. That is all good. Okay, cool. So, when price is up here and close to a CME gap, we don't actually have to play it when it's in session. I used to play it when it was only in session. I mean, when it was outside of in session and in session. And then I came to the conclusion, like, you know what, it's more probable if I just play it while it's in session. So now I only play it in session. Like, if I play it and it's like 10 minutes before session opens, that's all good too, because there's still lots of momentum in the market. But I don't play it when it's like fucking 10 hours out of it, 10 hours out of session or anything like that, right? So price makes the CME gap, right? Massive CME gap. First, trade away from it. As you can see, trades away from the CME gap. And yes, I'm going to mark it down here because it's already filled the CME gap quite a bit. So, number one, I'm actually going to write this shit down. You know what? I might as well record it. Welcome, boys. Welcome to the part of the course of the CME gap strategy. So, what actually is a CME gap? So, I'm actually live on the YouTube right now, and the first trade that came up was a CME gap, so I might as well record a CME gap video for you guys. So, the CME gap, on every single day, the market opens and then closes for 1 hour, right? So, as you guys can see right here, it closed here and it opened up here. And you guys might be asking me, like, Isaac, why the fuck did it close here if it's just going to open all the way up here? Well, the easy answer is when the market's closed, it doesn't mean there's no money flowing in and there's no money flowing out. Right? There's still orders coming in and out of the market. The banks are still placing their orders in and out of the market. So, when the market closes and lots of orders are getting filled into the market and it opens up again, that's why it makes that gap. It makes a gap in the market because it was closed. Well, like, we can't trade it, but when it opens up again, it will open up here because the orders that were in the market before. Wait, I think I explained that pretty bad. I'm going to redo that. Boys, welcome to the CME gap part of the course. So, let's get over it. So, CME gap. We have a CME gap right here, and also we have a CME gap right here as well. So, a CME gap basically is when market closes. So, every day market closes for an hour. Sometimes it makes a gap. It's not as often that it makes a gap when it closes every single day, but it is often when it makes a gap when it closes for New Zealand, when it closes on Saturday morning and opens back up on Monday at 10 o'clock, right? So basically CME gaps is made by when the market is closed but there's still orders coming in and out of the market, and then it closes at one position, you know, lots of shit happens through the weekend or through the hour it's closed, and then it opens back up again in a different place. That's all it is. But you guys don't really have to overcomplicate it. You guys don't really have to know exactly why. All you have to know is it's a strong draw for price, right? It's a strong area that price likes to go to. So, when it comes to the CME gap strategy, we don't have to play it only by levels. We can also play it by like SMC kind of concepts, all of that stuff, right? So, first things first. Let me just grab this. First things first, boys. Find a CME gap. Right? Once you find a CME gap, we'll do that as number one. Find a CME gap. Alright, cool. And so now that we've found our CME gap right here, we want price to move away from CME gap. Alright, so once prices, we found our CME gap, we want price to actually come away from CME gap. The reason that we actually wanted to come away from CME gap is because, yes, sometimes it comes in and trades into the CME gap straight away, but it's improbable because we wanted to trade away and then see the momentum coming into to fill the CME gap or just touch the start of the CME gap. And also, another thing, make sure you guys are writing this down, another thing, when the CME gap, right, because you mark the CME gap by the close of, well, the wick of right here, the closing candle's wick and the opening candle's wick. And if price comes down and trades into the CME gap, we want to be marking the CME gap from where it has not filled yet. So, found our CME gap, price moved away from the CME gap, and now, believe it or not, we need price to come towards CME gap. Wait for price to trend to the CME. So now it's trending, right? And number 4, find a entry. Now, you guys might be thinking like, bro, this is easy. You're just telling us for it to find our CME gap, wait for price to push away from the CME gap, wait for it to come close, and then find an entry. What I mean by find an entry is because the CME gap actually is multiple ways you can enter. So you can enter with a level strategy, you can enter with SMC. So I'm going to make this very easy. There's 2 types of entries that you can do it. So, number 1, I'm going to try to find both entries for you guys. Right. Alright, we kind of have a level here because these highs, these lows, this low, and this high. So, price comes down, comes back up. What is price doing right now? What is price doing right now? What was it doing before? It was pushing away from the CME gap. Now, it's pushing towards the CME gap. If you guys can't tell that price is pushing towards the CME gap, just leave this video right now. Because you're fucking obviously blind. Like, look at this shit, bro. It's going towards the gap. Bro, this is some preschooler shit. So you guys better get this shit down. Write it down. Write it down. Okay, now we have price coming towards it. What do we have here? A big black pause. Big black fair value gap. Right? It doesn't have to be black. It can be whatever the fuck color you want it to be. Right? We have the fair value gap. Price trades into the fair value gap. Once price trades into the fair value gap, I want to see a big reaction outside of the fair value gap. Massive reaction outside of the fair value gap. That for me is good enough to enter. I'm not waiting for anything more because I know this is a very big and strong draw on the fair value gap, right? On the CME gap. So stop loss. So we get a big push. Probably stop loss above the, this part of the candle. The top part of the candle, and then entry. You don't have to wait for it to close. You can literally, as soon as it pushes out from this fucking below this point, you can enter, take profit a little bit below the CME gap. I don't like to do it at the CME gap, a little bit under, because you can get that extra cash. And then yeah, as you guys can see, it would have smashed take profit. And you guys might be thinking like, okay, SMC, but what about the actual strategy that you teach? Like, what's going on? Well, this is actually a whole different strategy, but you can use the level strategy in this too. Like I just said, I marked out this level here. What do we got? Push down, touch the level, come back up, second push, enter. It's literally the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. So, as you guys can see, 2 ways to do it. Level, push the level, retrace, second push, enter. See, SMC, smart money concept way to do it. Come down, fair value gap, come into the fair value gap, big push out, breaking this low, we enter, take profit at the start of the CME gap. We can also do this trading into the CME gap, the halfway point to the CME gap, and the close of the CME gap. Now, this is going to be interesting because I literally, I was just, we're live on YouTube to do some back testing. My nose is bugging, bro. And we have the close of the CME gap here. So I'm going to see if I can do a live trade and actually win this trade for the course video for you guys. So this is not cherry picked. I don't actually know what the fuck it's going to do. So I'm going to use my technical analysis and actually see if I can find it out. So what do we got here? So US 30's on the right, Nasdaq's on the left. And this is market open, like next candle is market open. Put my headphones up because my ears are hurting from those headphones, bro. Alright, cool. So we have this top level, we got this bottom level. And we know this is a strong drawn liquidity. And we also have this level here. So let's see what we can do. So market open. And also, boys, if you want to test a strategy to the fullest, get the fucking FX replay and buy the pro version, and you can make it do 1 second moves and just put it on the lowest part, and it'll literally move like a fucking live market. It's great. It's actually great. This is the best backtesting, place I've found. Okay, so we do have the CME gap here. We're going to be aiming for the close of the CME gap. We're going to be aiming for the close. Okay, what do we have here, boys? A fair value gap, okay? And we also have a BPR here. If you guys don't know what a BPR is, a BPR is when we have multiple fair value gaps crossing over each other. And then we have the rest of this fair value gap as well. So very strong zones that price is going to reverse right here. So what do we want to see? We want to see price come into the fair value gap or into this BPR, come back down and push past this low point. If it didn't do this, that's fine. We could just wait for price to come to this level, pull back, and then a second push. That could be the entry too. But I'm actually glad it's doing this instead. The reason why I'm glad it's doing this instead is because this is kind of like a smaller zone. Alright, let's see what US 30's up to. It came up, filled these fair value gaps, which is nice. Did I actually mark a level out? I don't even know if I marked a level out. No, I don't think this is actually a level. I just placed this. Okay. Look at this, boys. Don't worry about US 30. Let me just pause this real quick. Bro. This candle opened here. It pushed all the way up into these fair value gaps. And it's come all the way down and flipped the candle in the first minute and 50 seconds. In the first minute and 50 seconds, boys. It did not stay here for long. It rejected out of it straight away. All we are waiting for now is a push pass here. That's all we are waiting for. So let's wait. Let's see. Let's see. Also, I want to point something out. As we can see, the market is more volatile. So when the market's more volatile, it is good to have a bigger stop loss, just in case it wants to do some bullshit and come up and then come down. So I will be moving my stop loss all the way up here to the top of this little candle here, just because I want it to be a little bit more safe. And I'm fine with taking a 1-to-1 home. 15 pip stop loss, that is fine with me. So let's have a gaze. Let's see if we can get that second push. A little bit of a bigger stop. We might adjust it. Depends on the market conditions when it gets down here. If it does, it should do. But yeah, I love the way that it's rejected off of this. This is great. Alright, we should get a push down soon. But remember, it's not our job to predict, it's our job to react. That's one thing I do have to keep in the back of my mind. It's not our job to predict, it's our job to react. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit here, boys, so we don't have to wait for ages. Come on. Okay. I don't know. This is kind of doing fuck all now, boys. Okay, hold on, maybe just fast forward this bitch. Okay, it managed to come back up, so that's bizarre. Okay, it's gonna come into here. So now I would like to see it come into this BPR and reject and come down. But let's just wait. Let's see what it wants to do. I do have a feeling it's gonna come down. Okay. New candle open. Come on. Okay, this is playing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not gonna actually come down. Maybe it's just straight up just gonna edge us this whole fucking day. Because I wanted to show you guys a CME gap trade, but shit, doesn't even look like we're gonna get it, to be honest. The cool thing with the CME gaps, it's okay if it's a little bit more out of session. It's alright, there's no problemo. I'm gonna fast forward the fuck out of this bitch, because I just want to see, is it actually gonna give us a setup or not? Oh wow, yeah, no, this is too much out of session now. It's like 3 o'clock. Okay, and there you go. There's the push that we were waiting for. 2 hours later, there's the push we were waiting for, and then it would have taken this hit, smash, whatever the fuck you want to call it, take profit. So there you go. There you go, boys. Unfortunately, I couldn't actually get a trade set up in session, which is kind of pain in the ass, but it's all good. Let's go to the next one. Let's go. Not sure if I'm going to use that because I was actually hoping to see a CME gap trade. But yeah, it would have worked if you did play it out of session, but then you would have to wait all the way till the end, and it would have been a very nice trade by the looks of things. Go back here. Yeah, it would have been very easy. Breaks the low, bang. Simple as that. Straight to take profit, basically. Right. Alright. What do we got here? So, as soon as I look at this, boys, I see a few things, right? As soon as I look at this, I see a few things. So, bottom level looks great. It looks really nice. It looks great, okay? Top level also looks very nice. It looks great. Sorry, moment. But one thing we have to look at, boys, let me just change this so I don't forget. One thing we have to look at is like, okay, where is the liquidity points? Where is the points that price may turn around? Well, we have got liquidity here from this big down move, stop losses above here, and from this up move, liquidity here. So we will need to push past this point, and we will need to push past this point. Is that all-time highs? Bro. We're not even going to look for buys, boys. We ain't even going to look for buys, because that's all-time highs. So we're only going to be looking for sales. I think that's all-time highs anyways. God damn, it is. Okay. I remember, I think it was August, no, July, August, whatever. It was always at fucking all-time highs. Okay, so now, top level, bottom level, cool. We also kind of have a mid-level, whoops. We also kind of have a mid-level in there, if you want to count that as a mid-level. Like, trading up, react, break above, react, come down, come up, react. So, looks like a good mid-level to me anyways. But yeah, since we have these liquidity points, we are going to need kind of like a little bit of a push. And we also need to keep in consideration that we have fair value gap here, fair value gap right here, fair value gap also here as well. And when you're marking up your charts and you're marking up all your levels, you also want to be placing beforehand, so you don't have to scramble and find it, where your take profit level is going to be. So you could say, okay, it could be these fair value gaps, or it could be this low liquidity down here, which I definitely wouldn't be aiming for, because if you're going to aim for liquidity all the way down there, you must be tripping, bro, because if you think price is going to get there without fucking around on these free value gaps first, you must be high. Cool. So we could definitely look at to play something off this mid-level. If it comes up first, maybe sweeps this liquidity and then comes down. That'd be nice. But yeah, overall, level's good, but lots of things to worry about down here. Yeah. And if we go to the 15-minute time frame, also, like, instead of just marking these as different fair value gaps, we can just mark it as one whole fair value gap. It's already filled most of it. Bang. Because higher time frames hold higher power as well. Most of the time. Cool. Now, let's move on to US30. What do we got over here, bro? What do we got over here? Okay, this looks a little bit chopped. I think we're going to have a little bit of wider levels today in this one. Again, for marking the levels. Okay, if we zoom in here, marking our levels, right? Okay, so we have like these highs. We have this little low here. But it's not really lining up as smoothly as like I would like. Like I think I would like something more like up here. You know what I mean? But if we mark something more like up here, then price is going to sweep this liquidity, and most likely reverse. So we kind of want to put the levels before the liquidity, so we can aim to sweep the liquidity without take profit, right? So if we come down here and we have more of this, more a level kind of like this, or maybe we can, I don't know, it's pretty fucking chopped, to be honest. This level looks pretty ass. What I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to draw a box. I'm going to draw a box like this, because it's reacting off of it like here, you know what I mean? So I'm going to draw a box like that. And if we drag it to the side, we can see it's still reacting out of this box, right? Comes down, reacts out of it, comes down, comes back up, reacts, comes down, trades through it, comes down, reacts. So yeah, we obviously have a level here. It might not be the cleanest level, but it's a level. It's actually not as bad as I fucking thought either. Take profit level, bang, right there. That should be all good. Yeah, that should be fine. Cool. Now, for the bottom level, we can see, obviously, we have something there. Look to the left. Price coming up, react, comes down, comes up, reacts, comes down, reacts, and, you know, keeps going. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to place it there. The reason why I'm going to place it there is because it's reacting off of it very nice in the past. And this one, even though we have the wicks coming down here, the bodies are still closing above the level. So, for that, I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to keep it there. But yeah, this looks a little bit fucking messy. Cool. Take profit level. This is pretty low. I'm going to mark it there just in case, but I'm also going to have another marker. Probably like something there. Alright. Let's see, boys. Cool. I'm going to have that on the right. Nasdaq on the left. Alright. Alright. Fuck, this looks like ass price action, to be honest. Look how chopped this shit is. Alright, market open. Let's see. So pre-market, also, pre-market, just because something happened pre-market doesn't mean we can't take it into consideration. Like, bro, look what this shit does in pre-market. Open, all the way up, all the way down, and then close like that. It's already worked out this mid-level. It's already worked out the mid-level, so let's keep that in mind. Alright. Okay. What's happened here, boys? What's happened here? Price has wicked this bottom level, came all the way up, touched the top level, and had a massive retrace down here. What are we waiting for, boys? What are we waiting for? A second push. Also, we have this BPR right here. Fair value get 1, fair value get 2. What do we need it to see when we have a BPR? We need it to come into it, fill it, and then give a retrace and a second push. Sort of like the level, right? So, fill the BPR. I'm actually going to make this more thick. Right, there we go. So now, all we are waiting for is a push past here. That's all we are waiting for, right? Let's see. Bang. What is that, boys? What is that? A strong push past there, right? Okay. So this is going to be a little bit of a smaller trade. There's nowhere really that I actually enjoy putting my stop loss. I mean, this is a very small stop loss. But I was looking back at my old videos and my stop losses were much smaller. Because, I mean, that liquidity point seems like it wants to reverse there. I mean, it will actually probably reverse at... Oh, wait, this is all-time high. So I don't really have a choice. It's either that or nothing. You know what I mean? Let's just play it. Let's just play it to see what it's going to do. Let's just see. Is the small stop loss going to be fucking worth it? Because if you're thinking about it, it's not that bad of a position. Because it's underneath this BPR. So even if it comes down, it can react off of the BPR. You know what I mean? So maybe these small moves are the play. Let's see. Let's watch it. And it gave a very big retrace and a very big second push. Or very nice second push anyways. Nice push? Okay. That was a very... That trade lasted like what? 5 seconds? That trade lasted 5 seconds. But again, like... I don't want to trade... So this is the reason why we took this small of a trade, right? So, reason 1. I'm going to write it down in my book. Reason 1. In brackets, why I took small trade. Right? So the first reason why I took the small trade was because all time high. How the fuck is it already 1 in the afternoon? What the fuck? Time goes so fast when you're studying, bro. Right. All-time highs, right? So, the reason for small stop loss. So, what I'm trying to do here, why I'm writing these questions and these answers in my book, is because I want to get to know the trade. I want to get to know its personality. I want to get to know why I want to place a position the way that I do. Why is it a smaller trade? Guys, why, I was just saying it before, why did I make this a small trade? Because we are at all-time highs, okay? We are at all-time highs, okay? So that's why it's a smaller trade, right? Smaller stop loss. The reason why it's a smaller stop loss is because it has to be a smaller trade, and because it fits the trade's personality. What I mean by that is, we have a BPR, so where is the best place we can place the stop loss that is protected? Underneath the BPR. Because if price wants to come back down, there's a big chance we're going to be reacting outside of this BPR, and then we're going to come up, right? So, there's no reason that we need to put our stop loss all the way under here when we're already protected over here. You know what I mean? And plus, if it's going to react off this level and come down, it's probably going to go all the way down here anyways, right? Or at least come to this level and react off of it before coming up. Cool. Now, let's see if there's any trade setups on US 30. Okay, so what's happened so far? What came up here? I don't think we've actually touched the level just until now. Price opened here. Yeah, I don't actually know if we've touched the level yet. I don't think we have, and if we have, I don't think we've had that good of a retrace. Maybe I should adjust this a little bit. That should be fine. Okay, let's wait for a retrace. So we've already done a massive wick up. And again, I mean, the BPR is very small. This is the BPR. We did wick out the BPR, but the BPR is very small. But we did close the rest of this fair value gap right here. So, fair value gap has been filled. Cool. Well done. Now, price is coming back down. We have a little bit of liquidity here, so it would be nice to see how it reacts. It's already swept it, so let's see how it reacts. And let's see that retracement. We are not jumping the gun. What is that, boys? What is this right here? My bad. What is this? What is this, boys? This is a retracement. If price went up to here, that's not a retracement. If it went up to here, that's alright. That's not too bad. I'd like to see better, especially since it just swept liquidity. But down here, this is very nice. If it wants to go higher, even better, right? Let's see what it wants to do. It's coming back down. Remember, we are waiting for a second push. When we want to see our second push, we want it to see it push. We don't want to see it just go You know what I mean? That's how you get stopped out. So we want to see it literally push. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a nice push. And even if we miss a trade because it's not a nice push, who cares? You know how many trades I nearly lost on? Oh. See, that was a push, but that was a pussy push, you know what I mean? I want to see like a hearty push. See, okay. If we entered off that little fucking push right there because we didn't want to miss the trade, let's say stop loss above there, right? Stop loss above the body of the candle, right? The open of the candle. Take profit, let's say take profit is like down here or maybe like here or something. If we entered this, let's see if we would have got stopped out. I'm just curious, to be honest. Okay, that push is a nice push. I like that type of push. That push is a nice push. I actually enjoy looking at that push. That push was very nice. Very clean push, to be honest. Alright, so into this one, okay, look at the difference between this and this, boys. Look at the difference between this and this. This trade is very small compared to this trade. But that is okay. Why is that okay? Because this trade fits the criteria of this trade. And this trade fits the criteria of this trade. We have liquidity. When we have liquidity, we need a bigger stop loss. Okay? We have a bigger stop loss. Why would we put our stop loss here? Like, yeah, the level's protecting it. But why would we put it there when our take profit's here? We're not going to get greedy and be like, okay, we want more money, so we want a bigger risk to reward. Nah. We're going to be like, okay, we have more space to move, so we're going to have a bigger stop loss. Easy as that. Simple as that. Bang. I think that was a nice enough push anyways. Let's give it one more push. Nah, I think that was a nice enough push. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. I think I did like that push. Let's see. Lots of the time, I also want to let you guys know, lots of the time when you enter a trade, price will like to come back up and test this level and then come back down. I've seen it many times before. It's a thing that happens, so don't get too worried if you do see that happening. Alright. A little bit of a bigger trade, but it's all good. See, that's a push. If we didn't enter off that, we want to enter off of that. right? That push that just happened right there. Because don't get mixed up with little pushes, because I've lost many trades entering on fucking shit pushes when you want to enter on a real push. So that's a good push, right? If you're entering a little bit late and you did enter down here, stop loss could just be above this level right here. You know what I mean? So that's not too bad at all. Cool, let's carry on. Alright, nice pushes down. Nasdaq is absolutely flying to the fucking moon. I don't know where it's going because there's nothing to grab up here, but I guess it's going somewhere. Let's see if it makes a massive wick out and then tries to reverse. Let's see, keep that in the corner. So, US 30s came down, came up. Let's see if we can come back down again. Okay. Big wick out. Big wick out. See if we can pull back down. See, the reason with this, I'm so happy we have a big stop loss because we don't have to worry about if it wants to come back up and do some bullshit first and touch the level. We don't got to worry about that. In fact, sometimes I like to watch it on the 1 minute time frame. Now this wick here is quite an ugly wick, to be honest. Like, this isn't really what we want to see, but if it can push past that again, that is very nice. New candle just opened. It's giving lots of these kind of wicks, long, daddy long legs. See, look at this, boys. Look at this. Nasdaq came all the way up, and now it's come all the way back down. So it's going to be very interesting to see where it wants to close, because this is what you call a liquidity sweep. This is what you call a liquidity sweep. Okay, we're getting actually lots of push, lots of momentum to the upside. Okay. So, by the looks of it now, it's either it's going to react off this level and come back down, or it's just going to stop us out. As simple as that. Let's see. Like I just said before, sometimes it comes up to the level and reacts off of it. Look at that massive reaction. Look how quickly it came up and then quickly it came down. That's a very good sign. Especially if it flips the candle. Let's see it flip the candle. Come on, flip this candle. Let's see it flip the candle, bro. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Flip the candle. Yeah, flip the candle again. Yeah. Yeah, give us that push, man. Look, 222, boys. It's a sign. Okay, that's very nice. That's very nice. Very nice. Let's go. Okay. Another thing. Holy fuck. Look at this candle's wick. Ugh. Look at this thing, bro. Look at this thing. You know, your mama, and your mama's goldfish all got stopped out by this thing. God damn. Damn. Bro, this one candle alone did more move than the last 14 hours. And one 1 minute candle. One minute candle moved more than the last 14 hours in this time frame, in this time scenario. That's mad. Also, another thing that I'm looking for. Yes, this is a news candle. When it's a news candle, there's probably lots of liquidity under the news candle. Right? From all of this shit, from people buying it back up. But I also want to be wary, because sometimes Michael wants to play around and it comes close and then reverses, especially since we have this other low here. So I'm going to see how it's going to react. Stop to break even is 110% here, but we want to also watch how it reacts. How it reacts right here. Right? So let's watch. Let's just watch very closely. Hopefully it just shoots all the way through. Come on. Come on, give us that second push. See? What did I just say? What did I just say? Watch how it reacts here. That's why lots of the time I like to have my stop loss here. I mean my take profit here, not here. Because it'll do some bullshit like this. Let's watch it. It should come back down though. Mm-hmm. 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 I want you guys to look at this. Did we react off of this? Yes. But, oh, Jian. I don't know how long ago you messaged that. But what's happening, my bro? What's happening? But yeah. Did we react off of this? Yeah. But look how we are reacting. Did we react and just fucking, like, lots of volatility and just shoot up hard as? Nah, we're slowly pushing up. We're slowly pushing up. So in this case, I mean, either way, this trade's either going to be a break even, right? Either way, it's going to be a break even or it's going to be a win. But what are the probabilities? That's what you need to be asking. You know, what are the probabilities now of this trade? So I'll continue watching it. Where is it holding? Because not only the candle itself is a big play on, you know, what you should actually do. You know, when you ask yourself the question, should I stay in the trade? Should I get out the trade? Bro, it's like the candle is giving you the answer. You just have to understand how to read the candle. Right, let's see what it wants to do. Let's see what it wants to do. If it has a big jolt back up to my break-even, then I'll take it out the break-even. I have no problem with taking out a break-even. Especially since it has swept this little bit of liquidity. You know what I mean? I know it was like... How close is that? 2 pips away from my take profit. But it's all good. It's all good. Even though it's that... It's all good. Let's see what this candle wants to do. Also, watching it on the 1 minute candle, 1 minute time frame is great because you can see really in depth. So, this candle's came up, it's came back down. Let's see if it can push back up, or let's see if it's going to flip. Let's see what it wants to do. Okay, it's come back up. Okay, now we have to be very wary. We have to be very wary now. Because this candle, after sweeping this liquidity point, it came back up, still closed nice, but then the next candle closed very strong up. So let's see. Let's see what this one wants to do. Is it just going to push down, or is it going to come back up first? Let's see what it wants to do. And another thing I like to keep in mind is NASDAQ follows US 30, right? So if we know NASDAQ follows US 30, if NASDAQ starts pushing down, and US 30 was already pushing down, it's like an indicator that it's actually going to go down still. Alright, so let's just watch it. Oh, was it the 5 minute candle that closed? It was. Let's see how this 5 minute candle closed. Okay. Okay. So this 5 minute candle came all the way up, came all the way back down, then came all the way up and closed right here. Alright? Closed right here. Now, this candle, I like to look at this candle kind of as like a 50-50 candle. Because it didn't sweep this liquidity. It swept this liquidity, but it didn't sweep this one right here, right? So I don't wanna just sit, because sometimes you see these massive wick outs, and yes, the probabilities like what the fuck's the chance that it's gonna come back down, but it actually does make these big wick outs and then push back down more than you would probably expect, to be honest. And it's funny as well. This right here, look at this massive wick out, came back up and then pushed back down, right? We could probably find another scenario. Let's see if we can find another one. Here, wick out, a little bit up, and then push back down. That's all I can really... Yeah. Wick out, push back down. But the thing is, after 3 minutes of US 30 moving, it probably will go sideways. So the reason for this is I'm going to be very strict on this, you know, on this stop loss, on this break even. If you like, especially with this type of wick out, you get this closest trade right here. You get this closest trade. But in this scenario, if I have a $100,000 account or a $50,000 account and I'm risking $800 to trade, I don't mind losing $222 to see if it would actually go to my take profit. Because it's not that much difference. So let's see what it wants to do. Okay. Big push back up. We are exactly at break even. As you guys can see, this wick out and this 1 minute candle close going up is a big sign that we are going to reverse and go back up. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take out this trade at the break even, and then we can just see, you know, what are the lessons that got brought to us in this trade? What are the lessons that we can learn, right? Well, if there's two liquidity points like this, we can be safe and we can put it at the first liquidity point. Otherwise, in some scenarios, it can just stop us out. Another one is when price comes back all the way down here, sweeps it and closes up like this, we can take out early, have a little bit of profit, because it probably won't do fuck all. Because US30 after the first 3 minutes will probably go sideways. So if it does this, it'll probably come up and then come down and come up. It might have to take profit, but it might do some bullshit first, and you should be taking break even, not your stop loss. So let's just watch what this trade wants to do. Right, we've taken out a break even. Okay, let me just fast forward the fuck out of this. Okay, there you go. Exactly what I just said. It's probably going to go sideways, and it's probably still going to go to your take profit, but it's going to do some bullshit first. Comes all the way up, goes sideways for fucking forever. As you can see, sideways, and then goes to the take profit. So that's just what US30 does. Look at this. You guys can literally backtest and look at the first 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. So 3 to 5 minutes is candle booming, and then it goes fucking sideways, and then it hits the take profit. So be aware of that. Be aware of that, boys. Anyways, very nice trade setup. Very nice win over here. Very nice lesson over here. You notice how I didn't call it a loss? I called it a lesson because we fucking learnt. Right? Could have been a win. Yes. Were we 2 pips away from hitting take profit? Yes. Are we going to get upset and try to fucking revenge trade or try to fucking win our money back or fucking hold it until it hits our stop loss? No. We're going to listen to our rules. We're going to jot it down in our book. I'm going to wait until the next trade. Right? To the next trading session. Bang. Alright, session. Okay, let's have a gaze. What's going on? Okay. Boom. And then US30 as well. Damn, that went down. Should have held it all the way down here, boys. Shit, would have sniped the fuck out of that. Alright, cool. What do we got? What have we got over here? Alright. So, again, this looks alright, but it kind of does look a little bit chopped. Again, I gotta keep reminding myself. I'm gonna write it down, bro. Your levels and your technical analysis does not have to be perfect. If you, bro, this is like an eye-opening to me, right? This is something that I learned today, boys. And it's a massive, it's a massive fucking eye-opener. Massive eye-opener. Your technicals actually don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect. You know what's more important than technicals that people do not tell you? Is your entries and your psychology. Those two things alone, if you get, they don't have to be perfect. But if they are both good enough, then you will be on track to become a profitable trader. Your technicals, your little fucking 2-year-old drawings that you put on the chart don't have to be perfect. Why do you think, bro, why do you think you see people doing this, right? Okay, guys, welcome to my new YouTube video. I'm a 12-year-old from South Africa, and I'm trading trend lines. As you guys can see here, we have point A, point B, point C. What do we have over here? We have a break, a retest, and another push. I entered here, stop loss above the high, take profit to fill these fair value gaps. Easy trade. Made 30 grand this month at 12 years old in South Africa. Bro, these technicals are simple. They are simple, and people overcomplicate it, and that's why they lose. Because you only need to use simple things, bro. Only need to use simple things, bro. It's as easy as that. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It doesn't have to be perfect. But this little 12-year-old from South Africa has good psychology and a good entry mechanism. That's what it is. That's what it is, right? He found a strategy that works good for him. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Let's jump back into this. Level, bang. Like, don't overthink this, bro. I remember I was trying to place my levels, but I was fucking like, okay, it has to be like there. Because, like, oh, maybe it has to be there because it's reacting there over there. Oh, bro, shut your ass up, cuz. It's not that serious, bro. It's not. Your little drawing on your chart, I promise you. I promise you it ain't that serious. It ain't that serious, bro. Again, would I place my level here? No. Because if we place the level here, when it comes up and bangs down and comes back up, your ass is going to turn into liquidity, bro. Your ass is going to turn into liquidity. Bang. Bang. You're going to get fucked in the ass. I promise you that. I hope you do. What? Pause. I don't mean it like that, boys. Pause. Hold up. When do you get paid? Gold digger ass misses, eh? Gold digger ass misses, bro. I'm just kidding. The most... What the fuck is that? The most... most supportive misses I've had. My missus said, what time do you get paid? I said, not sure, gang. It's the way you speak to a woman that makes you fall in love with them. Or makes them fall in love with you. You know what I mean? Anyways, distractions, bro. Distractions. Anyways, I'm not putting the level here because we would sweep liquidity. So where are we reacting below here? Well, if we fucking look, it's not that hard. Comes above, trades between here, comes over here. Look, if it's reacting here, that's the level at this time point. We go to the right. It's not fucking reacting there anymore, so why the fuck would we place a level there? We are placing a level where it's reacting now. Okay? It's reacting here now. It's not reacting up here anymore, it's reacting here now. So, level here, reacting here, right? Comes up, reacts here, comes down, comes up, reacts here, breaks above, comes down, reacts, comes down. Yep. Preschooling shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Preschooling shit. Alright, cool. Now that we got that out the way, liquidity point. Why are we marking our liquidity point? Because we can use it for the take profit. Okay? Bang. Liquidity point. Why are we using this liquidity point? For a bloody take profit, bro. You bloody understand me? Huh? You bloody understand me, asshole? Okay. Also, we do have this little thing here. There could be more of a take profit, but we'll keep that one just in case. Okay? So, simple as that. Simple as that. The bro. See, one thing that I love about the Discord boys is because you surround yourself with good people, with like-minded people. The YouTube and the Discord brings more traders and more of a community. You know what I mean? It brings that community so you can learn off of each other. That's on. Alright, anyways. The law of the attachment, boys. I'm going to reply to this guy though, because he seems like a good fella. Anyways, sorry. A little bit off track, boys. A little bit off track. Alright, cool. So top level, bottom level, and we can also see, do we have a mid level? I guess we kind of have a mid level. Sort of here, I mean, by the looks of things, reacting here, reacting here, reacting here, reacting here, reacting here. Guess it's a fucking mid level. Alright, anyways, boys. So, mid-level, bang. When do we trade a mid-level, boys? Question. Quick Q&A. When do we trade a mid-level, right? We can only trade a mid-level if we have extra confirmation to trade a mid-level, right? So, if price opens here, right, and pushes up to this mid-level, and gives us our setup, let's say it comes up, has our retrace, and has our second push. Are we entering that? We're not entering that. But why? Because we haven't had extra confirmation to enter off of the mid-level. Okay? But if we had if we came down to this bottom level, came up, and then gave that could be good confirmation. Especially if we would sweep liquidity first. Right? So that extra confirmation, helps us to actually be able to take a trade off the mid-level. Because why would we take a trade off a mid-level when we're basically playing breakouts, right? Why would we take a trade off a mid-level when, if it's going to break the fucking mid-level, it's probably going to continue and then actually sweep liquidity other than just fuck around here, right? Cool. Alright. Let's go. So, levels are done here. Oh, the missus text me, I'm not your gang. Shit. I sent that at 111. Alright, anyways. Fuck distractions, bro. I'm telling you. Distractions. Alright, top level. Very beautiful top level. Reactions. I'm going to mark it out for you guys again. Reactions here. Reactions here. Reactions here. Bro, look at this goddamn thing, bro. Reactions everywhere. Reactions everywhere. Do you guys see that? Oh. Oh. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I guess we back. It ruined my drawing of my reactions. Cool. Anyways. Let's get back to it again. Cool. So let me delete that. So, we have our Nasdaq levels. Building the foundation. Bro, this actually makes it feel so much easier. Technicals don't have to be perfect. Focus on entry and understanding the trade. Get to know the trade's personality, bro. It's like, trading is like meeting new women. You feel me? Trading is like meeting new women. You know what I mean? If you think about it. when you take a trade, sometimes you need a bigger stop loss, you know, because that's what the trade likes, you know, that's the requirements, you know, sometimes you need a bigger stop loss, right? You can't push the boundaries as much with this certain trade, you know. Maybe your take profit has to be a little bit bigger. Maybe she likes the fund size, you feel me? You know what I mean? You just can't get faked out. You gotta understand the trade. You don't want to become liquidity, do ya? So, top level, bang. Bottom level. If we zoom out. Also, I do find it easier to mark levels when you like fucking zoom out like this. Make the chart smaller like this. Okay, the reason why, again, if we place it here, like this is a good level. But if we place it here, we're going to go straight to this liquidity zone. But that's not too bad, because we can just see how it's going to react out of it. Because if we go up here, I mean, that's not that bad if we go in here, actually. Because we have reactions. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Got reactions here, come down, reacted there a little bit. Come down, reacted here a little bit, then reacted here. Maybe we could put it a little bit more down, like there. That would actually be not too bad. I actually quite like that. Okay, cool. Delete that. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's put it here. I don't want to put it all the way down because, yeah. Okay. Pre-market. Bro. Again. What is happening pre-market? What is happening pre-market? Bro. Massive fucking wick out. Massive Drake candle wick out, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Swoop liquidity. Damn. That's actually not the best thing at all. Because now we've got to move our level again. We've got to move our level again. But I don't want to place it up there. Yeah, I don't know. We're not going to look for buys. Because this is kind of fucked it up. It did sweep the liquidity. This is going to go down. I think this is just going to go straight down. Alright. Let's have a gaze. Let's see what it wants to do. I don't want to quickly mark up this few. Right, you get NASDAQ, right? We've made it to the level on NASDAQ. We now need to see a retrace. Okay? A retrace. And a second push. This is not a fucking retrace. You think this? Maybe if you fucking zoom it like this. Now it's a retrace. No. Not a fucking retrace. It's a little retrace, but it's not a retrace. I want to see a big retrace. Especially on market open, bro. You can't be taking little Let's see what's going to happen if you take a little ass fucking retrace on market open. Let's see. Ready? Let's pretend you took this, right? That was a bit of a more of a retrace, so up to there. That was nice. But I even want to see a bigger one. Actually, that wasn't too bad of a retrace and a second push. But we do have this liquidity point here, so we're going to reverse anyways. Well, most likely. Either way, like I said, if I'm uncertain, if I'm a little bit confused, and you have to be honest with yourself. If you're a little bit confused and you're like, oh, I think that was enough of a retrace. It probably fucking wasn't. And if it was, it's probably better to stay out the market because you don't even know if you're entering correct. You know what I mean? So look, cool. Maybe it was a good retrace, maybe I missed a trade. I don't give a fuck. You know? What's the probabilities of me not knowing? Okay. Now that is very nice of a retrace. But now we have the problem of we have this right here. We have this liquidity point right here. So since we have this liquidity point, we can't be taking a trade like this. We can't be taking a trade like this. Because then might come to this liquidity point, sweep it and turn around. That's why we can't. Otherwise this trade would be nice. But because of that reason we cannot. Keeping our eyes peeled on US 30 as well here. Alright. Look at this. Hold up, boys. I just need to see. When I get paid, I'ma hit it up when I get laid. I don't give a fuck, yeah, fresh like a fade. Yeah, motherfucker, I'm high. Double A like A grade. Alright. Watching the chart, boys. Watching the chart. Very big retrace. Okay. So what's happened here? Pre-market. Fat fucking wick out. Right? And now we have dropped. We have inversed this fair value gap. And we have absolutely dropped. What are we waiting for now? A retrace. Does it have to be a crazy fucking retrace? Not really, because we've already had this extra confirmation pre-market, right? But I still want to see a retrace. Very nice. This is a good enough retrace. Is it good if it's even bigger? Yeah. But that is a nice retrace. That isn't too bad at all. Okay. But what do we have here? We got liquidity everywhere. We got liquidity point here. We got liquidity point here. We kind of have liquidity points everywhere, right? So, where am I actually gonna like? But this little bit of extra confirmation of sweeping this first kind of overruns this. I guess, you know. Unless we should move that level a little bit lower like we said at the start. You know what I mean? Just to see how it reacts. Maybe we actually should have it there instead of there. Hold on. I'm gonna get a little bit of a helping hand from my mentor real quick. I'm gonna get a little bit of a helping hand from my mentor real quick, boys. Okay. Let me see what he reckons. Let me see what he reckons. Oh no. Wait. Hold on. Oh. So our level was here, his one's like here. It's in the same fucking spot anyways, bro. It's in the same spot. But one thing I did... Wait. Oh, it's equal lows. We do have equal lows here. Okay. We do have equal lows. Okay, I guess we can be a little... It's just like such a small fucking trade. You know what I mean? I don't really want to be taking it like that. I don't really want to be taking it like that. And we can't play off this top level because the top level has to be like this. We just have to see how it reacts as liquidity. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dude. This just seems a little bit too small. Because it can change in like a second. Hey, darling. What's up? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Do you have for your what? Oh, did you lose it? Oh yeah, I'll have a look. Oh, true. Crack up. Oh yeah, I'll have a look then. Are you gonna come down? Well, how about you come down on your next one? How about you come down on your next one so you can enjoy your pie? Oh, okay. I love you, darling. What time do you have to be back in? 2 o'clock? Alright, I'll see you soon. See you, darling. Fuck. Anyways, boys. Okay. So this one's a little bit difficult because I don't want it to be such a small trade because it's moving so big. But if it's going to give us that momentum and it seems like it just wants to carry on down, then I am going to have a bigger stop loss, bro. Because it just doesn't feel right having such a small stop loss when it's moving that fast, you know? We do have equal lows here. We need to fill this, but something like this just feels nice. Yes, we have fuck ton of liquidity, but if it's going to sweep this, it's going to sweep. It's going to come down. Okay. Let's see if we can get another push anyways. We don't even know yet. Okay, that was a nice push. Right there. Okay, stop loss can be inside of this fair value gap. Take profit, I guess, has to be at this low. Like, I know this is a lots of areas that it can probably reverse. But look, pre-market, we swept liquidity and now we're just dropping hard inverse this fair value gap. It's just probable to me that we're going to continue going fucking down. You know what I mean? That's just how it seems. So, by probabilities, I'm going to take a short here. And let's just see. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay, massive reaction as soon as we hit that. Because I'm pretty sure that was the equal lows as well. Let's see what it wants to do. Okay. Huge reaction. Okay. Well, at least we kind of called out what it was going to do before it did it. I said it was going to react hearty as, and it reacted hearty as. You know one thing, actually, now that we're out of it, you know what I should have just fucking done? That I do every time anyways, that I should have done, and I don't know why I didn't do it in this one. Wait for it to clear it, and then we can place that trade. And then we can aim for that liquidity, like this. This would be a better setup. Not just hoping for the best. That was my mistake. That was definitely my mistake. This is what we should have done, right here. This is what we should have done. Okay, let's see if we can get another push. But again, we have this liquidity point here. Maybe there was some sort of trade going from here to here. I'm unsure. Let's see if Vito actually took a trade. I think I kind of just fucked the session up a little bit too much. I think that's what happened. P&L. 31st of the 7th. 31st of the 7th. He took a NAS short. Wait, no, it's the 30th because we're a day ahead on this one. Break even and then a win. Both on NASDAQ. So he took the short on NASDAQ, got a break even, and then he took a long. So my guess is he took the short here to here, it never hit, and then he took a reversal play. So let's see. Okay, yeah, there you go. That close to your take profit, so there was definitely a trade somewhere in here then. That close to your take profit, yeah. Maybe there fucking was a trade here that I just missed. I don't know, I was moving a bit quick. I think I should have just avoided US 30 in all areas anyways. That's, I gotta keep reminding myself, we don't have to trade. We don't have to trade. Okay, cool. So yeah, take profit for him would have been here. Came extremely close. Entry probably like, I don't know, something like that. Possibly. Let's see what happens. Oh no. Oh yeah, would have came down and then it would have came up and it would have taken broken even. Yeah. That's what would have fucking happened. That and then that. Okay, cool. Now, I'm going to go onto his trade recaps, and then I'm going to study the trade recap, you know what I mean? So now I'm going to go to his trade recap for this date. I'm going to see what trade he took. I'm going to see what I missed out, you know what I mean? That's how you want to look at it. So the 30th of the 7th. Yeah. Let me bring this shit over real quick. What did I just say? Okay. What level is that break even at? 449? I think 449. Oh shit. What the fuck just how it's done? I don't know. Alright, hold on. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, hold on. So. Wait. Oh. Okay, so I was actually wrong with his entry. He didn't give a fuck about this little point here. I don't know why he didn't care. But his take profit was here. For some fucking his take profit was here for some reason. I don't know why. But so the reason why he didn't put the take profit at the end of this fair value gap is because he didn't get a good fill. And he didn't get a good fill, so if he put it on the end of here, it would have been less than a 1-to-1. So we put a little bit under for a little bit more risk to reward. That's what happened. That's why, because he had a level on over here. Yeah. And this is how close, this is how close it got to his take profit. It was here. It was here. That's how close it got, unfortunately. But that shit's happened. That shit's gonna happen, you know what I mean? Yo, me and the boys are all on the same frequency. It's funny as. Oh, yo, G. Wait, hold on. Let me join. The bro's on the live trade section. I think he's also doing backtesting. Yo, bro, I'm also doing backtesting. Are you backtesting right now? Hey? What's it? Hello? Oh, okay. Could you not hear me? What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. Because I'm live on YouTube for the last hour. Just backtesting. Yo. Yo. Oh, yep. But yo, fucking yeah. I was just so, bro. I found the reason why I fell into a losing streak. Okay, so I was watching my old videos and I was writing down everything that I could find that I'm doing different now than I was doing then, right? So the main things that I found out was one, now I'm trying to have my technical analysis perfect. And you don't actually have to have perfect as technical analysis, bro. The drawings on the chart don't have to be perfect. That's one thing, right? And another thing is, before when I was more profitable, I was more focused on, like, not like I didn't care if I missed a trade, right? And I wasn't afraid to enter. You know what I mean? Now sometimes I can second guess myself, alright? And sometimes I don't want to miss the trade. But before I didn't give a fuck if I missed a trade, but I also wasn't afraid to enter, so I found that balance, right? But yeah, that's the main things, bro. That's the main things. And I thought I already understood that, but now I read it down and I really looked at it, and yeah, I was just trying to perfect it too much. You honestly don't have to perfect it, bro. Especially with the technical analysis. Like the entries, bro, I wrote this down, right? So, good execution beats like a massive stop loss, right? Because if you have good execution, you don't have to have a fucking huge stop loss, right? You know what I mean? And then fucking good psychology beats bad technical analysis, because you can still cut your losses short and all this shit, right? And your profits short and all this. And then understanding the trade's personality beats fear of missing out. Because some trades you're gonna need a bigger fucking stop loss. Some of them you're gonna need a smaller stop loss. It really doesn't matter. But you also have to understand the trade before you even get in the trade. Because sometimes I find myself like entering the trade and I actually don't have a full understanding. Sometimes I question like, okay, did it actually retrace enough? If you're asking yourself like, okay, did it retrace enough? You probably shouldn't get in the trade anyways, because you don't actually have a full understanding of the trade's personality. You know what I mean? Yes, bro. Yo, exactly. Yo, yo, yo. It is. Hey, darling. I'll be back in a sec. Hey. Oh no, I didn't look. Sorry. Alright. Sorry, boys. We're back. Just had to sort something out. Anyways, back to what we were doing. So this one was actually really good. Few things happened here, right? Shouldn't have taken this trade, to be honest. We need to understand why. With all good reason why. This isn't good. This is not good. This... If you found a trade setup, you probably could have taken a short. Overall, interesting day. Interesting day. Okay, so we need to switch the time frame. But when I express and when I really talk about like my trading, yeah, when I express and really talk about my trading, I understand my trading more. You know what I mean? Don't mind this, by the way. I know it's an arse percentage, but this is all for testing. That's why it's called back testing, because you test things you don't really fucking do. Okay, so this is going to be live streaming. 50k account, because it's like the funded account size. 50k. Okay, cool. Assets, NQ. And we want to use random. Oh. Cool. Alright. Starting date, let's go from this 1st of September to the 22nd. And now let's see, because, bro, this month has been terrible for me, bro. Terrible, but it's alright. It's all for learning. You know what I mean? Alright, I also want to change... Why the fuck? You motherfucking asshole! Okay. See if Jesse wants to jump in the chat. No, Jesse's not online. Gee, I've been seeing 777 everywhere. It's mad, bro. Cool. Alright. Alright. Back into it. Cool. So, fresh funded account. Let's see. Let's do a little backtesting challenge to make it a little bit more interesting, right? What are we going to do is we have a 50k funded. And we're going to check. Wait. When did I set the end date as? Okay, 22 days. Cool. So from the 1st of September, right, going from the 1st, I'm going to write this down, September, all the way to the 22nd September. We're going to see if we can pass this fund account, because I like the time span of 22 days, because that's all you really need to pass a funded account, right? Cool. So we're going to see what we can do. We're going to see if we can squeeze something out of our balls and actually make this shit work. Cool. Alright. And I want to be explaining, like I normally do, why I'm taking the trade, what I'm looking at, all of this good stuff. Cool. So, let's jump into the 5-minute time frame. Alright. Alright. Cool. So, I straight away... I don't even I see the top level. And you guys might be wondering, bro, you saw that top level so fast. How'd you do that? Brother, do you not see how many times, look to the perfect point, react. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times to the same fucking point. And then 8, 9, 10, 11 times, bro. Perfect level. Perfect level, to be honest. Take profit or something like that. Technicals don't matter that much. I'm only learning that fucking now. That's crazy. Technicals don't even matter that much. They matter, but they don't fucking matter. Cool. Bottom level. Could we put it here? Sure. Why? React, react, react. Break above, come back down. React, come back down. React, come down, come up, react. Could be a level. Fuck. So I actually quite like this level right here. To be honest. I do quite like it there. But also, I like it here. React, come down, come up, react, 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 react. So, once we have two levels close like this, what can we do? Well, let me show you guys something fucking amazing. If you have two levels very close together, draw a box, bro. Draw a fucking box. Trust me. You'll be the happiest man alive. You're a man with purpose. You're a man with a box. Now your box doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be pretty. As long as you have a box, just set. This zone is good. I know it's going to react out of this zone. That's where I'm going to put my box. Cool. What else do we got? 15-minute time frame. Look for fair value gaps on 15-minute time frames that it doesn't show you on other time frames. Fair value gap. Bang. Massive fair value gap, boys. I'm going to mark it here just to make it easy for us. Why is this a fair value gap? First candle's wick. Doesn't touch the third candle's wick. Simple as that, boys. It's as simple as that. Cool. Cool. Where could our take profit be? Right there. Why? Why is our take profit there? Does anyone have the answer? Because it's the close of the fair value gap, right? Or the midpoint, right? And yes, fair value gap on the 5-minute is smaller, but the 15-minute is bigger. Fuck. All right. Cool. I think that's about done. Let's move on to the US 30. That's it, that, bang. Alright, let's go. Alright, US 30 time, baby. Alright, cool. Alright, top level. So for the top level, when you kind of have price that is a little bit chopped, levels a little bit underneath, and then a little bit above, and a little bit underneath, and it's kind of like this, and you don't know if you should put the level here or here, bro, just place a box. Something like that. Yeah, that's very nice. Keep it like that. That just swept liquidity there, so it's not too bad. And we have that point up there. bottom level could be something like this potentially. This would actually be not too bad. We can leave it as a mid level, but since it closed below it, we have to move it. What the fuck? Oh my days! I just realized. Wait. Oh, this is so out of session, bro. Fuck. I was thinking it was moving a little bit differently than it does before session open. It's all good. We can still use this top level, so it's fine. We also have a mid level. Okay, so. Okay, top level. Mid level can be something like that. Okay, bottom level, this actually doesn't look too bad. Yes, it's fucking chopped through here, but this is just choppy ass price action anyways. Comes up, reactions there, reactions there, comes down perfectly, reaction there. So, that's enough for me. Nice. Massive fair value gaps that need to be filled. Massive fair value gaps, okay. And BPR, so this is a very just strong zone. So, if we're taking any shorts, we are taking very small trades because we don't want to be taking large trades into BPRs or massive fair value gaps like this anyways. Bro, well, another thing you just gotta remind yourself, like, erase the fear, like the little voice in your motherfucking head every time you like do something. They're like when it says like, bro, you know, don't go to the gym or don't do this, don't do that, and you do it and you build that discipline, that little voice starts to fade away, bro. And then you know what happens when that little voice fades away? Is you lose fear. And if you lose fear, you start like, you know, once you lose fear, that little voice is gone. So now all you're thinking is like positivity into your brain. You know what I mean? So, and what you think about is what you're going to get. You know what I mean? So that's what manifesting, you know, clearing that brain. It's a clarity that you can get. You know what I mean? Okay, this looks fucking chopped ass, bro. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. The fuck is this, bro? Chopped ass level. This price actually looks ass cheeks, G. This actually looks terrible. Maybe we could do something like this. This is probably our best bet because we got reactions here and there and there. Everywhere. A little bit of Hennessy. I don't know about this. Maybe we could chuck it up. Nah, this just looks fucking bad, bro. This just looks bad. I don't know what the fuck. This looks ass. I don't even know. I guess we could place it somewhere like this. Top level looks better like that though. We're just gonna play it and see how it moves, see how it reacts. We could also see this is weird, bro. Sometimes you get these days with these fucked ass looking levels. Let's see what the mentor says, bro. Let's see what the mentor says. What day is this? 1st of September. Oh, that's right. Wasn't this bitch the Labor Day? Or was that the day before? No, this shit was a Labor Day. This was a Labor Day. I'm pretty sure. Wait, hold on. First of September. Yeah. NZ. Yeah, I think this is the right. I think this is the motherfucking Labor Day. Pretty sure, anyway. Alright, let's see. So Labor Day is really slow, bro. Most of the time. Let's see. Alright. Let's just stop fucking around and let's just watch this. Wait. Hold up. Oh my days. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? Oh no, that isn't session. Okay. Alright. Reaction off of this pre-market. Alright. Enough talking. Let's get to walking. Is it gonna play? What the fuck is going on? Alright, cool. Market's open. Wait. Hold on. That looks better. But US 30 still looks clapped, bro. Alright, let's just watch. Alright, push down to this level. Now we need to see it touch the level. We're nearly there. I want to see a bigger retrace than that. I mean, we got a little bit of a pullback and then a second push. On holidays like this, like, you can probably play like these small moves, to be honest, bro. Just going into here to here. Like, you probably don't need it big as a retrace because it's going to go small anyways. But, I don't know. It didn't really show me, like, anything, to be honest. What we can wait for, like, especially since it's sweeping this liquidity here, I would love to see it to tap into this value gap right here, though. It basically nearly done, but it hasn't yet. Yeah, didn't nothing I really like, but we can look for the reversal. Yeah, I don't know. This might just be a no trade day. I think I did take a trade on this day though. Okay, so keep an eye on this, boys. I want you guys to keep an eye on this. So watch how this candle moves, bro. Well, I'm giving out free sauce, and I got no viewers, but it's all good because I'm gonna act like I got viewers, okay? Because that's a law of manifesting, bro. Wait until I'm successful, bro. All right. So check this. Let's watch how this moves, bro. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, so keep an eye. You notice how it's came all the way up. Came down here and it's came all the way up. So check. It's came up, it's came down, it's came up again. Now I want to see a little bit of a retrace. Or something like that. I mean, this workout's really nice. You could probably even enter off of that. But I want to see something a little bit more, you know, a little bit more for more confirmation. I mean, it sweep liquidity and nearly felt this, but we didn't actually tap into it. So we might come down and tap into it. So I'm just going to be patient. If we miss a trade, it doesn't even matter. Because missing a trade doesn't mean missing a win. It could be missing a loss too. You got to remember, the mindset is the key. Literally, that's all it is. So let's see, bro. Let's watch this. Watch it on the 1 minute. A little bit of a retrace. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of a retrace. I want to see if we can get a retrace, bro. But only if we get like good confirmation, you know what I mean? Okay, look at this shit, bro. Alright. I'm going to enter off of this and I'm going to tell you guys exactly why. Right? I have reasons, right? So number one is because we swept liquidity. Number two is because we reacted nearly off of this fair value gap. I mean, if you wanted to put the fair value gap to its original spot, we reacted off of it. But either way, we still swept liquidity. Number three, we closed. We made a massive wick. And then four, we closed above the level. That's a massive sign that we're just going to keep going up. There's no stopping there. And then number five, we kind of had like a push, a retracement, and a second push. Bro, that is enough for me to enter. So, that there. Stop loss, maybe 15 pips. Just a 1-to-1. A 1-to-1 doesn't hurt. And yes, we have this like little fucking BPR in here. But this confluence here overruns this little fucking BPR. You can probably even target this liquidity. But since it's a bank holiday, I'm just going to be safe. Just gonna place order like that. Bang. Oh shit. Right. Order sent. Let's see. I'm pretty sure, like I'm trying to fucking use my memory. I'm pretty sure this is the trade that Vito took. Because it just makes sense, bro. I can visualize him saying like, okay, it wicked down here, swept this, nearly like tapped into this fair value gap, and closed above the level, bro. Because every time we say it's a fucking winning trade, or more times than not, anyways. Now we might get some rejection out of the zone, and it's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? If we get rejection out of the zone, okay, this is a very strong zone right here, it's all good. But this confirmation overruns it. Nice push up. Let's fast forward a tiny bit, that's probably too much. Fast forward like that. Okay, so a little bit of rejection off there, which we kind of expected in the first place anyways. You just gotta trust and believe. Pull out the tricks that you got up your sleeve. I'm listening to like some freestyle beats in my head. They're actually banging. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, let's go. Come on. Little bit more. Little bit more. Little bit more. Little bit more. Come on. Little bit more, boys. Little bit more. Come on. Come on. Give me a little bit more. Nigga, when this hits on my road just like a dinosaur. Yeah, I'm shooting in bullets like I'm a black up in the store. Wait, hold on. Pause. I love my black people. I got black friends. Yeah, black BANG! Take profit smashed. Take profit smashed. Okay, good way to start the day. When it rains, a pause. Yeah. Okay. Next session, boys. Next session. Let's get it. Sick enough September. One step closer to December. Okay, where shall we start? Damn, nigga. Bro, I hate when prices down here, to be honest, bro. I hate when prices down here. The reason is because there's like no recent valid levels. Oh wow, it's at the lowest point it's been in ages. Swept major liquidity too. Major liquidity swept. We have this other point of liquidity as well. But for levels, oh, not gonna lie, I think I kind of remember this day, but I don't remember how it moves. I don't care. It's all good. Can't wait to tell my mama we made it out the hood. Just kidding, I'm in the suburbs. Yeah, pushes every way, growing the green herbs. Nah, give me more like, I need a lock-in type of music. This is too like bassy, you know. God, the beat's rolling. Got beats, but it's wrong time. Alright, give me some Indian music, brother. Hey! Fuck. Anyways, alright, let's lock in, boys. Does this level fit here? Not really. Kinda goes here. Reaction. Does it react over here? Yeah, this is nice. Let's see how this is reacting. That could work. That could work. Bottom level, what about you? Bottom level. Bottom level. Bang. Let's do it. That's all good. Bro, what the fuck? Collapsed levels, bro. Collapsed as fucking levels. We have to put it lower, bro. Does that work? Oh, yeah. What about that? Where is that actually standing? That's not too bad. We could actually keep it right there. And I think the top level's all good. That's fine. Let's do it. $14, I'm on the 14. Alright, let's go. Let's give these levels a shot, bro. Alright, okay, boys. Write this shit down. So, since we opened close to a level, right? We opened close to a level, boys. We need to wait for a big retrace first. We can't open close to a level, come down, come up, and then give the second push. Nah. Not enough confirmation, bro. We need a bang, fat retrace, and then bang, 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 bang. And that's how you hit 12 times trades, boys. Buy my course. Fuck. It's 14, I'm on the 14. Alright, let's do it. So yeah. Waiting for a push away from the level. You know what I mean? Alright, we might just fucking go down. That's all good though. Okay, that retrace is alright, but since we open close to the level, I don't know, I kind of want to see a bigger one. I feel like we're still going to go up and test this level, and I don't want to put my stop loss, like, if we had another push, I don't want to put my stop loss, like, here. It feels like, you know, a bit off. Oh shit. I don't know, bro. This day's a bit weird. I hate days with the levels like this, to be honest, bro. Cause then there's this liquidity point here, eh? Yeah, that's major liquidity, bro. That shit's gonna reverse. Yeah, no, this day is just a bit arse, bro. I mean, there's definitely trade setups in here, bro. I would say so, but it's just, you know what I mean. Bro, my ears itchy as fuck. But it's just, yeah. No. Okay, push past this level. Let's see a retrace. Nah, bro, I feel like I lose the US30 when it's fucking moving fuck all, bro. I'm not even gonna take it. Unless it gives a nice retrace. Nah, I just want to move to the next session. I am not feeling this session, boys. I am not feeling that session. Some sessions is just like, it's better not to fucking not trade. Avoid a loss. Level here, that could work. This high, there. Cross, maybe a little bit more up. That could work fine. Top level. Yep. Cross. A little bit of fair value gaps through there, actually. Let's check out the 15 minute. We're just going to do this trade and we're going to shoot, boys. I think it's been a pretty successful session, to be honest. Try to lock in on this one real quick. That looks good. I think that's actually fine. Liquidity point there. Let's see, it's 30. Oh, I remember this. Equal lows. Level a little bit more up than normal because we got the equal lows. We don't really want to put the level down anywhere here because then we'll miss the equal low trade. I'm actually going to take this free win because I remember exactly what... But I took this trade. I literally took this trade. Level was like here. Push to the level. What are we waiting for? Retrace. Alright. Nice retrace. Very nice retrace right here. Let's see if we can get a nice push. Let's see if we can get a nice push. Comes all the way up there. All we need to wait for is a nice break. Nice push. Ready? You guys will see it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and... That's all you need. Because it's such a strong grab on liquidity, you don't need... You just need it to push past the level. That's fucking it. You don't need it to do anything else. Enter. I would full port my account on this, bro. I would full port my account on this. Bang. Bang. Fuck. Alright, boys. I'm going to end it as that. Nice trade. Nice session. So I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Hey, we're ending this at 222. 2222. Quadruple twos.